Hello, it's 9 p.m. in RTD. It's time to English New Edition. For tonight's headlines, we have Prime Minister's decorate the representative of UNICEF for the international seat. Theresa May's successors candidate are taking at lead. Welcome to our newsroom. The Prime Minister Abdul Qadir Kamil Mohammed presented the night badges in the national orders of June 27 to Janabu Maunde, Prematurus June's. The Prime Minister, His Excellency Abdul Qadir Kamil Mohammed, present this Monday morning in the Hall of Honors of the Prematures the badges of knights in the national orders of June 27 to the representative of UNICEF in Djibouti, Madame Janabu Maunde. The ceremony was marked by the presence of several ministers, several service officials of the United Nations agencies such as the United Nations Resident Coordinator, Ms. Barbara Manzi, the UNDP Resident Representative, Ms. Fatima El Sheikh, the UNHCR representative in Djibouti, Mr. Abdullah Bari. In addition, several senior Djiboutian officials, civil and military, went to be present at the sites of the representative of UNICEF, including the mayor of the city of Djibouti, Fatouma Awal Osman, and the vice president of UNFT, Ms. Hasna Hamad Bilillah. This strong presence is a testament to the high-level relationship she has maintained with the members of the government as part of her missions, which began in 2013 in Djibouti. To this must be added the radiant personality that characterizes, according to some guests, the native of Cameroon. For her part, the representative of the UNICEF, Janabu Maunde, talk about the very heavy agenda she has in the Republic of Djibouti. The government was already been at the right place to support her and her policy, and this is time to express my satisfaction. My satisfaction is to work closely with the Djiboutian government. The Minister of Foreign Affairs and International Cooperation, spokesperson of the government, Mahmoud Ali Yusuf, received today, Monday, June 10, 2019, in his office the Vice President of the Japan International Cooperation Agency, JICA. There was accompanied by the Ambassador of Japan, Koji Yonetani, and the JICA representative in Djibouti. The Djiboutian side took part in this interview. The Director of the Bilateral Relations, Mr. Yassin Douale, Director of Communication, Mr. Musa Mohamed Omar. The interview took place in a cordial atmosphere. The two leaders welcomed the excellent relations between our country and JICA. The discussion is focused on the progress of ongoing JICA-funded projects, rehabilitations of the 20 kilometers corridor between Yoboki and Galafi, the second ferry boat, and the constructions of the basic schools. They also discussed the prospects for cooperation in other areas, particularly the water supplies in the north of the countries and the possibility of cooperation in the constructions of a new airport at Biridley. Under the auspices of the Minister of Environment, Mohammed Abdul Qadir Musa Hilem, Mulu Development Committee has just inaugurated commercial micro project and handed over the key to the beneficiaries from these villages. Among these small project, public toilet, outlet for handicraft, cut spices, and hairdressing center. Also on the agenda is the handover of the key of the two Bajaj motorbikes financed by benefactors of the place. Recall the imminent commissioning of the bakery in the next few days that the ministerial delegation was able to visit. In addition to the environment, the Minister Mohammed Abdul Qadir Musa Hilem, the prefect of Dakhil Mohammed Sheikh Hassan, the chairman, the president of the regional council, Abdurrahman Yunus Arre, and other officials, parliamentarians, and officials native of the villages recall that the Committee of the Development of Mulud, chaired by Mr. Mahmoud Roble Daba, Director of General Directors of the Railway, the number of the 17 natives Mulud executive was elected on March 22, 2019 at the General Assembly of the inhabitants of Mulud. For his part, the Minister of Planning of Environment and Tourism, Mr. Mohammed Abdul Qadir Musa Hilm, explained that the head of state was present here at Mulud at the celebrations of his 40th anniversaries of his existence to see firsthand the development and the ability of the youth in particular. And your side, you have presented to us the number of government, your project which you have carried out with your own capacity, and congratulate you for this, according to the policy of the President of the Republic, who gave the green light to decentralizations that promote effective self-management so that each city and villages can flourish on their own. And these villages of Mulud is at the first rank in terms of agriculture and craft. Previously, Mulud depended enormously on the Dekil chief town, but now you have in your possessions a road, a school, health center, and bakery, he said. In the framework of the Forum Adolescents and Young Actors Development, which will be held on June 12 to 13 next year, the Secretary of State for Youth and Sport, Hassan Mohamed Kamil, is accompanied by the permanent resident of the United Nations system in Djibouti, Barbara Menzi, UNDP and UNICEF representative Fatouma El Sheikh, and Janabou Maonde launched the youth and pool at yesterday's Anglais Stadium. This training brought together some 25 young people selected through CDC, school structure, and civil society. Speaking on this occasion, Hassan Mohamed Kamil, the ministers, recalled the unprecedented and historic cooperation of the President of the Republic with the Djiboutian youth a year ago, and welcomes the foldings of the next forum, which will be a real forum for ideas and solutions to be proposed by today's young people, key players in the country's socio-economic development. The second day's training will end today at the state premises. Permanent representative of the United Nations in Djibouti, Barbara Menzi, follow-up of UNICEF representative in Djibouti, Sheikh Fatima El Sheikh, and Janabou Maonde. Speaking on this occasion, Hassan Mohamed Kamil recalled that the unprecedented and historic cooperation of the President of the Republic with the Djiboutian youth a year ago, and welcomed the holding of the next forum, which will be a real forum for ideas and solutions to be proposed by today's young people, key players in the country's socio-economic development. This second day trainings will end today at the state premises, he said. A training workshop on research and monitoring on human rights concerning migration flows was organized in close collaborations with the National Human Rights Commissions and GIS, a German NGO. These mornings at the Sheraton Hotel on Mondays, June, the objective is to support the development and harmonizations of the legal and political framework for better management of migration flows, as to attain the capacity of all national institutions and agencies responsible for managing migration flows and borders. This workshop will last 3 days and will be given by an international experts in human rights, Mr. Pierre Robert, the OPGs of the National Police, Gendarmerie, and Penitentiaries Associations and civil society participate in this training workshop. The kickoff of this workshop was given by the President of the National Commissions of the Human Rights, Mr. Saliban Omar Udin. For the international scene, Brexit May's candidates for succession, the race for Theresa May's successor continues across the canals. Boris Johnson is the big favorite to succeed the British Prime Minister. The Eurosceptic Conservative ensures he will not pay the 14 billion euro that Theresa May has agreed to pay to leave the European Union unless Brussels offers better conditions on Brexit. A source close to French President Emmanuel Macron said Sunday that the default of payment of Brexit would be tantamount of a default of payment of sovereign debt. In an interview with the Sunday Times, he said the fund would be kept until Britons get more clarity, describing the money as an excellent lubricant to negotiate a deal. This is it for the news. Thanks for watching us.